Up next is the South Carolina primary this weekend, then the Super Tuesday primaries next week that could go a long way toward determining the Democratic nominee. We want to talk about all of that with our political insiders. We have Democrat Kip Tu and conservative commentator Abdul Hakim Shabazz. Gentlemen, thanks so much for joining me. We said we were going to see a lot of you here over the next couple months, and here you are again. So we first want to talk about Nevada. Any surprises that Senator Sanders picked up that win, and what appears to be a convincing win at that?
I was a little surprised at the margin, but not terribly surprised. I think there is some monkey wrenching going on by Republicans. I did see a story come out that a whole bunch of Republicans went to the caucuses to caucus for Bernie because they think that he will be the easier one for Trump to beat in the fall. Probably some of that going on. I think South Carolina is going to be a pivotal in this race in some respects. If Joe Biden maintains his lead and comes out in first, then we have a wide open primary still. If he were to lose it to Bernie, then it looks like Bernie's on his way to the...
Yeah, Bernie Sanders becomes a Democrat nominee for president. I'll just go ahead and make this prediction right now. Donald Trump wins re-election easily, almost sort of a Richard Nixon, George McGovern proportions in 1972, or Ronald Reagan, Walter Mondale in 1984. Apart from the Bernie bros who eat and drink all that Kool-Aid, most normal, sane, rational people are not going to vote for a socialist for president of the United States. That is not going to happen. Yes, we have our challenges. Yes, we have our struggles. But you want to guarantee Donald Trump is re-elected president, you nominate Bernie Sanders as your president.
Let's talk about Pete Buttigieg, mayor of South Bend, former mayor of South Bend, not doing so well in Nevada as he did in Iowa and New Hampshire. Is this kind of going to be the slow fall of Buttigieg, do we think, or do we think he could maybe pick the pace back up in the coming weeks?
Well, it kind of depends on what happens, I think, to Biden in South Carolina. If Biden falters in South Carolina, then Buttigieg and Mayor Bloomberg, I think, have an opening. And I don't completely count out Elizabeth Warren yet. A lot of things could still happen. She's actually, in my opinion, run the best campaign of all the Democrats outside of Pete Buttigieg, who's actually been fantastic considering where he came from.
And also to think about too, Pete Buttigieg actually came in third in Nevada, so win, place, or show. If you're in the top three, you're still alive and somewhat viable. I do tend to agree with Kip. It really does depend on how Joe Biden does in South Carolina will determine how well Pete Buttigieg does. I think he's got to continue to play somewhere in those top three to stay a viable candidate and to do this for the long haul.
All right. Thank you, gentlemen. That is all we have time for today. We will see you soon. I know that for certain.